Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra and I wanted to make this video because, like in the last time, if you know my older videos, I'm a little pissed about clothing companies that don't follow through with their promises. And I, a couple years ago, made a video about a company that was very prevalent on social media, and people kind of fell for their website and ordered there, and a lot of people lost a lot of money because their customer service was complete garbage. Their products weren't really good, and in this case, it's kind of similar. So this video is about BLOOMCHIC, and I'm pretty sure that most people, especially the ladies on the more curvier side like me, will know this company. You probably had some kind of advertisement on your social media. And like many other people, I thought, oh, well, I like their dresses. And coincidentally, they popped up after I decided that dresses were the way to go for me. So I was very interested. And so I ordered some dresses and made a video about it. This video has now been taken down after all of what went down after. So I initially made a video unboxing everything, trying on the dresses, and I will show you that it exists. So this is the video I made. I had several dresses that I ordered and tried on. And most of them I quite liked, or some of them at least I liked. There were some items like this one, for example, that I didn't like. And this one, for example, I also didn't like because the material was very crinkly. This one was pretty bad. I don't know. I mean, it looks fine on camera, but in real life, things weren't as I thought they would be. Same with this dress. The quality was very poor. I showed it in the video. But overall, everything I said about the company was pretty positive in terms of if I like the things or not. There were some dresses like this one that I really liked. And as you can see, I mean, this is like an editing job. It took some time to record this and put this up. So I was going for a positive review initially. And that is also what I posted on my YouTube account. But it was only online for I think 2 or 3 days. And I remember that in the video I also said, well, it doesn't really matter if I don't like some of these items because I'll just be able to return them. Because if you go on the website, and I will also show this to you. If you go on the website and if you just search for BLOOMCHIC and then you go to bloomchic.com, it says at the very top of the page, it says free returns, free shipping over whatever value. So I thought, okay, I might be able to return the items, so it doesn't really matter. And this is what I thought was possible. I mean, if you look at the page looks quite professional on first glance, but as I will go into later on, there are some very, very, I think, major flaws on the website as well, if you look very closely. But I only realized that in the process after ordering. One thing I noticed that I didn't like is that if you go on any item, and let's say you don't want to shop right now, but instead you would just like to save it and shop later, there is no possibility to favor an item. Usually in this corner where you have your account setting, the search bar and the wallet or the shopping cart, you also have like a heart or a star or something where you can save favorites. And then you can go back to your favorites and then reselect them if needed, which is not possible on this page. This function just doesn't exist. They don't have it, which was annoying to me because I thought this is something that is very, very common in web pages. They should have it, so why don't they? It didn't make sense to me. But back then I thought, okay, that's like a small flaw. I can look past that. It's not that bad. But something that also occurred to me is that if I were to go into my account, which I can't do right now, I'm not logged in. I can log in later maybe and show you. But you do not have any history of your order. It's after I placed the order, it did not pop up in my account. I was not able to check the items that I ordered. I was not able to see anything. That was irritating as well. And I didn't know why. I didn't understand why, because again, this is like shopping, online shopping 101. Like if you want to have an online shop, customers need to be able to see and manage their orders. Like everything else does not make sense to me. So I received the items. Then before I received the items, I have to add, because I made screenshots of all the emails that I received, and I can show you here. The first thing I received was that my order would be late because of elongation of the production period. They said it was due to the impact of the pandemic, which is beyond their control. I have to say though, like I ordered this in like mid 2022. So to me, this is already like past the pandemic or most of it. And I think the major effects of the pandemic that started occurring in 2020 were already past. So I have not had any issues with any online stores after 2021. So I was a bit surprised and thought, okay, maybe they are just taking it as an excuse, because to me, I don't really see why they would still have issues with that. It took a long time for the things to arrive. I think it was about 2 months before or maybe 1.5 months. I'm not entirely sure. I would have to check the dates. But it took a long time before I received the order. Then I unpacked everything, made the video, posted it online. And then I was looking into how to send the items back that I didn't want. And this is where everything started. And this is also where I feel like people really need to know what they're getting into. Because in case you really want to take off this offer of free returns, I can tell you right now, they do not do free returns. They just don't do it. It's not possible because BLOOMCHIC as well is in China. Like they don't have it's not economically possible to send anything back to China without costs. It's not possible. So the webpage says free returns. They don't do free returns, and I will prove it. So, they had like a little card in the package that said, in case there's any problems with the order, or in case you want to return anything, you should contact them via email through the customer service. So I wrote an email. I mean, first of all, this is already a bit irritating to me because usually, like in any modern, normal online store, you would just be able to go into your account, open up your order, and then like select the items you want to send back. Then they will send you like a confirmation and like a to-do list on what to do, like how to package them and where to send them. Maybe they will even send you like a prepaid label that you can stick on the package and then send it off to the post office. This is usually how it goes. But in this case, like having to send them an email in the first place seemed old school and seemed like redundant. Like there is mechanics to do that in a different way that is way more convenient. But I had to write an email, so I did. So this is what I sent them. I said, "Dear sir or madam, I received my first order from you today, and unfortunately I have to send some items back. Your card said to contact you first. So how do I go about it? Thanks," and then my name. And of course, for security reasons, I always blocked out my last name. So as you can probably tell from what I wrote, I was quite unsure of what to do because I had no clue. The card didn't say anything else. The card also didn't have any information on what you would have to provide in order to get a return going. Because if they did that, I would have done that immediately and not had to ask in the first place, like how the process would be. Again, very inconvenient. So then I received my first answer, which was weird because they said "dear" and then my last name. So there was no Miss or Mrs. or anything in front of that, which is also weird because in the first message I got from them, they addressed me with "Dear Sandra," so they used my first name. Now this person used my last name, which was weird. Like, this is not how you address a person. So, I mean, that's something minor, but it just adds to everything that's going to follow. They said, "Thank you for contacting BLOOMCHIC. We truly understand how frustrated you might be feeling, and we sincerely hope you can give us a chance to fix this issue and give you a satisfactory solution. We checked our system and confirmed that you ordered the following item," and then they had like a list of things that I ordered. "To identify the issue properly, could you please tell us which item you want to return and why? Is it too big or too small, top, bottom, or both? Any other comment on its fit? This can help us to optimize our products. Looking forward to hearing from you. Best regards, Ice." So apparently the person's name was Ice. And I mean, my first thought, honestly, because I've noticed that with BLOOMCHIC as well, is that the names don't seem to be their real names. It's like they just pick like a celebrity name or something, or just any fancy name. So they can just use that name and stay anonymous because, I mean, who is called Ice? And you would see with the other names, they are all kind of weird. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem normal to me. And this is just, again, something that is a little off-putting to me. So, I mean, this email was quite okay. I understood, okay, now I have to tell them what I want to send back and tell them why. So that is what I did. I replied, "Hello, Ice. I would like to return the following items for the following reasons." And that is where I was already getting annoyed, because now I had to go into my order that they sent me because I couldn't see it in my own account. So I could only see it in the email they sent me. And then I had to like copy by hand every name of the dress, which, as you see, is, for example, solid knot front pockets shirt split flutter maxi dress. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It's not a sentence. It's just like a string of words that don't fit together to describe the dress. And I had to, by hand, type every of those words because there was no way for me to copy paste it. And then in the brackets, I wrote the reason why I wanted to send it back. And those reasons were, for example, crinkly and scratchy material, itches my skin, too short on the short side and a little too small. There's a hole in the middle where the elasters are, and when you wear it, there's a design flaw. So this was the red top because it had like an elastic underneath the breast, and if you wore it, there was like a little hole that just created just by the boobs pushing the fabric apart. So to me, that was a design flaw, because if you design clothes for curvy people, you just have to take their boobs into consideration. Like, that's just simple logic to me. And so I did all that. And then, because I was already pissed at that point because of the inconvenience that caused me already, I said, it would be nice if you established an online system to return items. Typing all of that was very annoying. How do we proceed? Thank you, Sandra. Then they replied to me with, Dear Sandra, and apparently this person's name is Sunny. Dear Sandra, thank you for contacting BLOOMCHIC. We truly understand how frustrated you might be feeling, and we sincerely hope you can give us a chance to fix this issue and give you a satisfactory solution. And if you paid close attention, this is the sentence they gave me in the first email. To identify the issue properly, kindly simply describe and show us the problem with pictures. We could appreciate if you could also provide us the following pictures: the shipping label, the SKU sticker on the eternal package. The more nearly complete information you provide, the faster we can identify and rectify this issue. Looking forward to hearing from you with the requested details. We do ask for pictures not because we don't believe the buyer, but so we can evaluate how this occurred and whether there is anything we could have done or can do in the future to prevent it from happening. And this is kind of where it clicked for me. So I had a feeling that they just offer or they advertise free returns to like create a sense of security on the buyer side. But apparently their like whole business model is create items that buyers don't see a reason to return. Once because they are too cheap. Like most people would probably say, okay, I ordered like a $20 dress. It's not worth the hassle to send it back. And I guess this is what they are kind of, trusting on. But in my case, I ordered like 12 items or something, and the order was over 300 euros. So of course, I will not just keep everything if I don't like it. And as a person who doesn't like to iron things, most of these dresses would have had to be ironed, and this is just not my cup of tea. But from the pictures you can't see that, because of course the like shop pictures are like all straightened out and nice looking, so you can only ever judge this by having the material in front of you. So yeah, and the other problem I had with this is that of course now I was starting to think they are just stalling and trying to waste my time, because I did what they asked me to do in the first email. And now that I sent them the reasons why I wanted to send items back, suddenly they needed more information. And I was pretty much annoyed and pretty pissed at this point, because I know these techniques. I've seen it before, and so I was not going to let them scam me. So I replied with the following message: Dear whoever will receive this email next, because apparently you will not talk to the same person. Every time you write an email back, somebody else is going to reply. Well, it would have been easier to provide you with complete information if you had told me all you need to know in the very first mail. Now, every time I answer you, you find something else that is missing, and it feels like you are just trying to pass time. Here are the pictures you wanted. I actually made a review. And now I'm getting a bit sassy, which is usually not really my way of dealing with things. But in this type of situation, I kind of felt like I needed to press them a little more. So I said, I actually made a video review on YouTube, and my first impression of your dresses was pretty good. But if you keep finding new things to delay the return, I will make a new video. My negative review on Shein, and actually that's a mistake because it's the review on BLOOMCHIC, so I mistyped, but I mean it doesn't matter. Had 70,000 views, and it was mostly about best customer service. Your decision. I expect you to just send me a prepaid label so I can return the items ASAP, and you refund the prices. You advertised with free returns. You better keep your promises. Sandra. So I made pictures of the stickers on the packagings. I don't know why they would need that. It didn't make sense to me, but it's not like they explain anything. Like they don't tell you why. They just make demands and say you have to do that, and that in order to get your money back. Which already, to me, is not a good customer service in any way. So, I mean, I guess they got the message, because suddenly the next email I had, even before this one, was a message. Oh no, not yet. We are not there yet. So now they realized, okay, we can't stall any further, so we have to come up with a solution. So the first try of them providing a solution was this. And this person now is called Ello. Dear Sandra, thank you for your response, and we sincerely apologize for this experience. We never intend to see our customers around this situation. Well, I mean, whose fault is that? Considering that you are our valued customer, I hope so. We are providing the below solution plan to you. Keep the item and refund 50% of the item price to you. Refund amount $71.93, which doesn't make sense, to be honest, because like I said, the order was over 300 euros. The items that I wanted to return were like more than half of that. So, I mean, it is around that amount, but it's not exactly that amount. So I didn't know where that number came from. Refund processing time, credit card refund, blah, 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 blah. Is the above situation acceptable to you? We will also add a 10% coupon as a goodwill gesture. You can use this coupon in your next purchase, coupon code, blah, blah, blah. Looking forward to your reply, and thank you so much for your cooperation. Best regards, Ello. And so I already knew, okay, they're trying to piss me off now. And I wasn't having any of that. So I replied with hello, and I didn't even bother putting in a name anymore because honestly, I didn't care. Your webpage says free returns. Why is this not possible all of a sudden? I didn't want to keep the items. I don't want to keep the items, and I also don't want to pay anything for them. This really sounds like false advertisement to me. I'd be happy to send the items back, but if the location is China and you are therefore unable to let me return them, please do not advertise with free returns. It is wrong. You are pretty much scamming me for my money, even if it's only half the price. I am not happy with the solution. Sandra. And then the next message I received was that I was getting a refund. And this refund email was followed by this message by a person called Chillin. I thought that was something you do not name. But okay. So they said, Dear Sandra, we truly understand how frustrated you might be feeling, and we've seen blah, 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 blah. It's the same sentence again. And in the first video about BLOOMCHIC, I had already told you that I used to work in customer service, like telephone customer service. So I know a bit about this. And I know that whenever they respond via email, they sometimes just have like pre-formulated little boxes with sentences that they just have to click on, and it automatically like copy pastes into the message. So they don't have to actually type all that much. Like mostly they just have to find the right box, click it, and then the email will just be put together. So I'm not surprised at this, but in a situation like this, it's just so fucking annoying because you feel like you are just like one of 10,000 and they don't really value you. They don't really care. So you just get the same message every time. So yeah. But anyways, they said, after referring your issue to our supervisor, we are providing the updated solution to you. You can keep the items and we will process item full refund to you. Like, this is not even English. Refund amount and the amount, which is about half of what I ordered. And I wanted to refund or return like about half the items, I guess. Blah, 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 blah. You can keep the items or donate them to the charity. Your kind understanding of the issue is highly appreciated. Have a nice day. Best regards, Chillin'. And I, of course, checked everything because, frankly, I don't trust these people. So I checked everything and I noticed that they actually returned most of it, but they forgot about one item that I wanted to return as well. And they did not refund that one. So again, I wrote an email and said, hello, Chillin. Thank you very much. I hate to be that way, but you have refunded 5 dresses. I wanted to return 6. I cannot see that the blue dress has been refunded too. Can you please check? And because they complied, my tone was already a bit nicer than before. And so they again sent me a refund and then followed up with this message by a person called Amy, who said, "Dear Sandra, we are sorry for the inconvenience caused to you. We've issued refund again for you." And this was like a bit over $30. Please keep in touch with us if any problem. I don't think this is English either. But anyways, best regards, Amy. So I received all the refunds, and now the clothes that I wanted to return are still in the packaging bag, and they have been sitting there for I think 3 months now because I just couldn't be bothered to do anything with them. As I said, I don't want them, so I'm not going to wear them. I don't even know what to do with it, and I was thinking about donating everything, which probably would be the easiest. But I just couldn't be bothered, so they are just still in the corner somewhere of my bedroom. But yeah, I mean, the gist of everything is basically I am, again, a little disappointed that it seems like I'm the only one who has these experiences. Or I'm not the only one, but most people who have this experience are silent about it. Because like with BLOOMCHIC, back then, I had received like hundreds of comments saying that they are so glad they found my video because all they could find was positive reviews. And this is what happened to me. Back then, I only saw positive reviews, and especially BLOOMCHIC is famous for their like customer videos. They would post like videos of their customers, like making videos on Instagram or TikTok, showing the orders that they got and showing off the dresses. And they basically used this as advertisement for their company. But I couldn't find one negative review on BLOOMCHIC. Not one. Why? Like, why am I the only one? What's happening? I don't understand. So yeah, I again felt the need to make this video because I feel like some of you will have the same experience, and maybe this video will help again to save you money. Because quite frankly, I was so shocked after the first video. I mean, it has over 70,000 views, I think, by now. I mean, I can check. So this is the other account. Let me just switch. Yeah, it has over 70,000. And if you see, there's like almost 300 comments of people, thanking me for saving them trouble and stuff like that. So I really can't understand like why there's so much negative input about these companies, because I cannot imagine to be the only one. I cannot. Funny enough, the second video I made, which I mean, it's about a year difference in these, but the second one is now at 1,500 views, which is very, very little. And the fun part about this one is that the people who watched it, or the comments I got, were also thanking me for saving them another time, which told me that they didn't even watch the video, because this one was actually positive because I like Shein. I think Shein is a pretty good shop that I have ordered multiple times at, which is why I also had to change the title to indicate that I actually like them. But I guess, I don't know. I mean, you could say that negative reviews like attract more, but then again, why are there so few? I don't get it. Yeah, well, anyways, I'm rambling. I guess this video is over now. I mean, take from that what you want. But I really, really cannot recommend ordering from them. I mean, the dresses are below average. Like, they are nice looking at first glance, but quality wise, it's really not that good. Even the dresses that I kept, they all have like little flaws I didn't like about them. Like, there was this black one that looks really nice at first glance, but the cut in the breast area, like the décolleté area, was so weird that every time I wore it, like, parts of it would just stick out. And this is the reason why I have never worn this dress, not once, ever since I had it. So I wouldn't go there again. Like, even if they have like the nicest dresses ever, like, judging from the pictures, they never look like that when you get them. Like, when I unpacked the dresses, they all looked kind of different. Like, the yellow dress I got had a completely different color on it. I still liked it, but again, it's like false advertisement. This is not what you bargain for. So I feel like people need to be more aware of these things. And honestly, especially when they are from China, you have to be super careful. I mean, I think Shein also produces in China, but for some reason they are doing something right, because I have never had any reason to complain about them. I could always return items without any problems. They do what they advertise. They never break any promises. Like, I have never had bad experience with them. Which can change, of course, but this can happen with any company. But I really, really get frustrated when it's my first experience and then it's that shit. Like, no. Just don't waste your money there. Anyway, so I hope I could help. I wish you a nice day anyways. And if you thought about ordering, please don't. That's all I can say.